As we were cleaning and just going through things here at Richardson's Trading Company, I found numerous boxes of old correspondence. And looks like it was something that my grandfather had kept that was from his father's, I don't know if you call them archives or files or whatever you want to call them. But one letter I found I thought was interesting, and it was from the Marshall Field Company in Chicago. And it is dated September 28th, 1943. And it's addressed to the Gallup Curio Shop, which was located here at 226 West Highway 66 here in Gallup, New Mexico. And that's one of the names that my great-grandfather and great-grandmother used as the identity or as the name of the store back in 1943. And I'm going to go ahead and read the letter to you. Gentlemen, under separate cover, we are returning on debit number 223432, the sample Indian doll. Thank you for submitting this, but at this present time, we are not interested in it. Very truly yours, H. Schiffer, Section 38. The reason I share that, I just find it funny. As people say now, they're always trying to hustle and do different things. It was just funny that my great-grandfather and great-grandmother were sitting here trying to get the Marshall Field Company out of Chicago to carry these dolls. In fact, I have a couple of here just as examples. Of course, this isn't the dolls that they had sent to Marshall Field, but just kind of wanted people to see. Yeah, I mean, Marshall Fields, if you know anything about Marshall Fields and Company, it's pretty exclusive, or was at the time pretty exclusive. We're right in the middle of World War II, September 28th, 1943, and I think everybody was, at that time, was just trying to make a living, and I'm guessing that they were just using this as a mechanism to hopefully get their arts and products into the store so that a different population could see what was out there as opposed to just what they had to offer from back east in Chicago. You know, people would say they were doing it for themselves, but essentially they were also doing it for the artisans in the area. If people back east in Chicago were able to see what was offered out here in the Southwest, it could have been a boom for the artisans. They could have made more wares. They could have provided more Kachinas. They could have provided more jewelry. This may have been a stepping stone for people in the area. And unfortunately, why Marshall Field and Company wasn't interested, I couldn't tell you. But I think if you look past my great-grandparents trying to do something for themselves, it's possible to believe that they were also trying to do it for the artisans here in New Mexico, in Arizona, and on the Navajo Nation. Looking at what my wife and I are trying to do now here at Richardson's, unfortunately, weavers, silversmiths, potters, they're all getting older, and we're trying to use a younger generation that are actually silversmiths, potters, and weavers to create jewelry, rugs, pottery for us that we can use here at Richardson's. What we are doing at Richardson's now is we're actually using younger silversmiths and weavers and potters to create and make jewelry, pottery, and rugs for us. I think it's important to use younger artisans just for the fact that I think it will keep a tradition going. And what I mean by a tradition is a younger weaver who has watched a grandmother or mother or father create a rug and are interested in doing that. It just seems important that if they're willing to take a chance and weave something and bring it into Richardson's. Just recently, at the end of January, I had a potter come in from the Acoma Pueblo. He came in with his sister and his mother, and they introduced themselves. And the mom was very happy that a Richardson descendant was still running the shop. She specifically let me know that she remembered my grandfather, and my grandfather bought her pottery, and she knew if she brought her son in here to show me what he had, that there was a good possibility that I was going to buy that pottery from him. And what was unique about it, it was a storyteller. And he had two pieces. And one piece was a raven storyteller, and the other piece was a owl storyteller. And both pieces are unique because I haven't seen that. We have depictions of storytellers that look like people and they depict people. These storytellers stood out to me because they were birds. And there, we can go ahead and show them if you want them. You want to see them? Yeah. One of the potters that we have started buying pottery from his name is Lauren Wallowing Bull, and he's from the Acoma Pueblo. And what he made for us is our storytellers. He made two for me. And one is an owl, this one right here, and the other one is a raven. And they're unique because if you can see this one we have here in the middle, you can see by this one, this is more of a human depiction. But when you look at what Lauren did for us, I have this one here. It's an owl. I've never seen anything like that. Other people may claim that they have, and that's fine. But here at Richardson's, I thought we needed to have something unique. And he also made this other one, which depicts a storyteller using ravens. Kind of the same thing. People out there may claim that they've seen these or had them before, but we haven't had them here at Richardson's, and I just thought it was important to be able to display something that I thought was different and people would enjoy. I want to be able to let them know that we appreciate that they're trying to continue the tradition. And if I have some way to reward them by continuing this tradition, I think it's important we do it. Same with the silversmiths. The younger generation of silversmiths, while they can create the typical cluster bracelet or 5-stone bracelet or 1-stone bolo, they are taking some chances in creating new products for us. For example, I had and I hate to say this because of my age, but I had a kid come in, local silversmith, and he said that he just wanted to come in and introduce himself, and he decided to show me what he was creating and asked if we'd be interested in it. And the one thing that he showed me was a skateboarder created out of silver that had moving legs and moving arms and had turquoise in it. And it was something that I hadn't seen before. And I told him, look, if you'll make that for me, I'll put it in the store, I'll put your name next to it, and we will go ahead and start buying your products. But that was just one unique piece that he had brought into me. I let him know that you come and see me, or you come and see my wife, Davette, we'll be more than happy to sit down with you, and if it's something that we think that is beneficial to both of us, we'll be more than happy to buy it from you and see what it does here in the store. If the young artisans know that they can make a living doing this, and we're willing to pay them top dollar for what they're creating for us, that helps keep the tradition going. Because if the young artisans aren't able to sell their wares and they're not making any money for it, that's something they may stop doing. We may lose a whole generation of artisans that, because they weren't supported, we'll never know how great they could have been. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps us out with the algorithm. Okay. It really helps us with the use it, whatever you got to use. As you can see, as I said, I'm just trying to muddle my way through this. What I'd like to add is, if you like what you see, please like us. It helps with the A logarithm? A logarithm.
You know what? I don't know. I just
You know what, guys? I don't know. Just like us, I sell jewelry, I practice law, but hey, we're trying to do something here and we hope you enjoyed it.